Are they going to get together or not? And do you want them to? And these are people that fascinate us. These are couples on the soap who variously, through the script, are passionately in love, and the next minute they're beating the... You know what I mean. They're upset with each other, and then she disappears or he does. Here first are two-time Emmy winner Kim Zimmer and Robert Newman, Reva Shane, and Josh Lewis from CBS's Guiding Light. Here they are. Now, what's not to love there? All right, we're not finished. She was blind and forgot to tell him when she recovered. You know who we're talking about? She's been involved in blackmail and with other men. Very unusual for a soap. He can't stand her lies, but she keeps on lying. When will this woman shape up? And are you crazy about him? You do. You like him. He's a good guy. Oh, he's good looking, is he? Oh, I see. All right. Gina Capwell and Dr. Scott Clark, Robin Mattson and Vincent Irizarry, Santa Barbara. All right. Do people actually, there are couples, you know couples like this in your neighborhood? You do. I can't get over how you all identify with this, and if you were in this kind of relationship, you'd be miserable. But you watch them every day. Are these people hot or not? Now, who's this, class? This is another quiz. Theirs is a fairy tale romance. What'd you say?
Cliff and Nina.
Cliff and Nina. They've been married to each other 3 times, but never for very long before disaster strikes. Mental illness, a baby out of wedlock with another woman, affairs, and most recently, I know all this, and it's in my head, but his death in South Africa and her ensuing marriage, he's dead. He died. He died and came back? You are crazy about them. Whatever they're doing it right. Here are Dr. Cliff Warner and Nina Cortland Warner Conley from All My Children. And we'll be back in just a moment. Dr. Warner died in South America. Not South Africa. But what's important is he's here. Go ahead, yeah.
Well, after seeing these gorgeous men, I don't know if it's my daughter wants to be a soap opera star because of these men.
Or an acting career.
Or just an acting career. Right. How do you get to be in soaps?
That's what I want to know.
It's a lot of luck.
Yeah, it's a lot of hard work, a lot of luck. Women have to have talent. Apparently men just look.
Yeah, we're working to a 98% women audience here.
Yes.
On our show, the men spend more time in front of the mirror than the women.
These are all the secrets you want to know,
You know, this is a fascinating thing. All of you at one time, I don't know if all of you, but many of you have one time or another been written out of the darn script. That's the worst thing that can happen to an actor.
But I had 2 people come in and replace me. That's when they went psycho, though. See, I've never been crazy. The other names have. I'm remarkably sane, am I not? Yeah. I have 2 husbands. I'm remarkably sane.
You are.
I saw you interviewed a long time ago, and you said you got hired because of your looks and not because of your talent.
That was when I got hired.
But that's changed since then. And now it's because of her talent.
Clarifying that, because you had said that talent was important for women. And
yeah, it is.
On the first occasion, Peter, that you were written out, incidentally, you'll just help me just a little bit.
Sure.
How many times have you been written out? Once?
No, just once. Just once.
Was this cooperative? Did you go and...
Yes, it was. Yeah,
So
no, I had asked to leave for a little while and went to Los Angeles for 10 months, and they contacted me a couple of times out there, and I wasn't ready to come back, and then I was. But you know, the funny part of this story is that my wife and I were in Los Angeles, and they had told me before I left, the door is always open, Peter. Please know that. And Taylor called us out there and said, watch the show. And I watched the show that day and saw a man telling her he was shot at point-blank range and thrown into a river. Boy, I thought it was an open door.
This is not only fun talking with these very talented actors, but this is quite an interesting, what shall we say, professional drama underway in the daytime. NBC has not been famous for having a blockbuster daytime schedule recently, and Santa Barbara is starting to make some noise, if I understand this. Is
The
that?
show's a little different.
Now, don't get cocky. Just tell us about
I just said different.
it. No, I'm very serious when I say that you probably all feel a bit, there's a stir, is there not? I mean, you folks are showing some strength for, after taking some hits over the years for not being strong. Now you're looking, what did it?
Well, it's a relatively new show. The first year, it's only 3 years old. The first year, it was in a lot of trouble, which, like any other show.
The two shows were opposite and both have 25 years of viewer habits apiece.
That's right. So sorry. The longest-running TV show in broadcasting history against us over here. But it was very difficult. Like any other show, there's a lot of things you have to get worked out, and now it's really working out.
Isn't it, you know, a plot twist can be the difference. It's a lot like, you know, the ad people sit around with their storyboards, all of the creative people, what will make this product? Similarly, I assume that the writers sit around and say, what's going to turn?
The show's a little campy. It's heavily, our tongues are heavily placed on the side of our cheeks while we're reading our lines. And the show kind of makes fun of itself at times and of the medium.
Yeah, it makes us all very envious when we're sitting here doing heavy drama at the Guiding Light and we flip on Santa Barbara.
We cry a lot on our show.
We see you guys having so much fun, and it's like, oh, you know, I want to do that show.
Well,
Just kidding. Fine, you're fired. Go to Santa Barbara.
Yes.
You have an open door, though. You have an open door. You can always come back.
All I know is if I ever get sick, I'm moving to Santa Barbara.
Because,
Well, he's sitting right there.
And this is the reason.
well, they are nice-looking people. There's no yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry if I don't know your name, but didn't you used to be on General Hospital?
Everyone mistakes me for the woman who played Tracy, Jane Elliott. No, it was not me.
Oh, sorry.
I used to be on General.
I used to be on One Life to Live, though.
You used to be on General Hospital. I used to be on Santa Barbara, too.
Yeah. Kim,
Yes.
you're the big winner here as we gather every year. I enjoy the company of these talented folks every year in a ballroom for the Emmys, daytime Emmys. All we do is pay the bills for the nighttime schedule. So I feel. I hope you won't be upset if I feel certain. I feel like a member of your family. I'm proud to be.
Yes. Thank you.
2 Emmys, you devil, for the same role. I don't know who else has done that.
Judith Light from One Life to Live, as a matter of fact.
You, I know, do not want to go through life this way. But at least at the moment, you are the woman who beats out Susan Lucci. And I know it's not your doing. What a wonderful human being Susan is. And do you go over to her? She comes over to you and gives you a kiss and...
No, I go over to her.
You do?
I do.
And she says,
and
"You did, Susan."
and her husband looks at me like this every time he sees me coming.
Has there been a more civil display of public centeredness than Susan Lucci displays when... How many years now?
7, 8.
8 times. And 8 times hasn't
And
won.
you know, I would like to go on record as saying something. It's gotten to be very hard when you're so excited about winning something as wonderful as a daytime Emmy, and then you see, and then you go back into the press room, and all they want to know is what's it like beating Susan Lucci. Yeah. It gets a little hard to be excited about winning something when all you hear about is the person who lost again. Yeah. You know, so hopefully she'll win, and we'll get through it. God, Susan, I hope you win it this year.
Boy, is she a role model, though, for those of us, for disappointment.
You know, she was just honored by Soap Opera Digest at the Soap Opera Digest Awards for Life Achievement Award. She was finally honored for what she has contributed to daytime, which has been an awful lot, and I want to applaud
Good for her.
Well, it was Carol Burnett did this very wonderful, very funny thing. And first, I thought she was going to go on this long tribute to Susan, and they're friends, and I guess Carol's always admired Susan's work, and she was talking about how disappointed she was at all the time Susan had lost, and her closing comment was, she said, you know, I couldn't understand how this could happen, and finally I just decided that Susan actually wasn't that good. And everybody fell apart. It was hysterical.
I'm curious how many real-life romances evolve out of these shows, because romance seems to be such a central topic. Not that I see the soaps very much.
Oh, I think, yeah.
You don't have to brag about that. You're missing a lot, let me say. Not a bad question. You guys are with each other every day of the week. Much of what you do is to create the illusion of love and eroticism and so on. So, this young man is to be understood for wondering how many of you guys get involved.
Well, Kim and I have had several affairs. You might as well get it out in the open right now, don't you think? It's a good place.
Sorry, Rich. Sorry, hon.
No, because this is work, and it's the same as everybody else, even if you're...
It is work.
It is.
It's amazing. You get in the bedroom and...
But ideally, and we're all couples, ideally, you have maybe the slightest healthy crush on each other. That's about the best thing you can carry into the work
For a
with you.
few months, and then you get tired of seeing each other every morning, the rest of the time that you're working.
But that's the best thing. If that happens, then doing love scenes together are kind of special and what the audience wants. If there's just the slightest crush, I'm married, Taylor's involved, and we all understand that, but we have a little special thing for each other that
You want to talk about
I probably shouldn't explain here.
Get it out. It gets with the place, man.
I love it because it's like legal cheating.
It is.
You know, it's your job. You can go and you can get in bed and roll around, and you're just doing your job. You go home to your boyfriend, your husband, they can't say anything about it.
You break your contract if you don't do this.
That's right.
Somebody's got to
They made me do it.
Are you all single? No.
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 I feel that's an invasion. Are we entitled to know whether they're single or married? Oh, I see. You are. So, Ollie, you're single?
I'm married. I'm single.
You're single.
I'm single but involved.
Vincent?
Well, I'm involved, single, but I'm involved with someone.
Are you? So that's boring. I mean,
No,
because...
it's not boring. It's
no, I didn't mean that. I mean to the males who might otherwise have Peter, we've already asked.
Robert.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
Married.
You're married.
And so is she.
Married with 2 kids.
Different people.
We get to do kids? Married with 1 kid.
2 cats. The girl. We got 2 cats and a dog.
Yeah.
Involved with 1 man.
I'd like to ask Josh this question. How could you marry Sonny? How?
I'm so glad you asked him that.
I know.
I'm so glad you asked him
She's bigger than I am. It's very strange. When I married Sonny in Venezuela, this woman, who's the love of my life, was married to my father and carrying his child. I think that's a fair trade.
That before you never get it just blew my mind that you would desert Reva. I mean,
Tell me about
I was married to the woman. I'm already married to...
that's right.
This is a very convoluted story.
And the fact that when she shows up again, he just doesn't say, sorry, I'm in love with another woman. You know? Yeah.
She feels very badly. What?
Yeah,
What'd you say?
around with Ellen.
you can tell I love the guiding light
But
for
he
Vet.
has so much money.
Oh, but come on.
Yeah, but he's a wimp. I mean, I don't understand this.
Yes, sir.
Do your fans ever intrude on your private life? I sat behind Pierre at a Broadway show once. I guess you were with your wife, and there was a woman in the audience that was going nuts that you weren't with Nina. Just going nuts.
Actually, it's more of an intrusion on my wife when my wife and I are together and people come up and say, you and Nina make the perfect couple. Just perfect. And my wife is standing there. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Taylor, how could you give up Matt?
That's not final yet, though. You know, the funny thing is I wanted to give up Matt, and then he broke off with me, so it's like now Matt and I are looking pretty good. But that's today's story.
Yes. What kind of loyalties do you have to your soap operas? It sounds like you've all been on other soap operas before this.
I have a lot. All my children have been so good to both Peter and me. I think I can say that. And I worked on another show for a little while, and I really learned the value of ABC from that other show, and from the family feeling that you have, and from the integrity of the way they treat my character and the input that I have. I really care a lot about it.
As an actor, I think it's interesting if you're going to stay within the same medium, being daytime. If you're going back and doing the same role, there's sometimes an appeal to doing another role on another show just because of the difference in the character and playing other parts.
That's why I did. Yeah.
Yes.
Gina, this is for you. I missed a few months in between, and I saw in the very beginning when you started, and Brandon, I know is yours, but now you're saying you can't. Is Brandon adopted with you?
Brandon's adopted. I now have custody of him because I'm blackmailing Sophia.
I know that.
Sophia hired someone to blow off the oil rig, and I'm keeping her secret for it, and so in trade, she gave me my son back.
Do you remember us working together on that show? I threw Eden into a Shark Tank. And this one and I were plotting together all the time. It was loads of fun.
And I gave him a heart attack.
Hey, that's a different...
She gave me a heart attack.
Now I remember. One more question. You use a cane on the show, okay? I know that you were hurt at one point and everything, but I see you using it periodically. You don't have one today, so...
I was blind, and then I got my sight back. The good doctor here helped me get my sight back, and I was lying to him about it. So when there was someone in the room, like Keith, who knew I wasn't actually blind, I dispensed with the cane. But when I went out publicly or in front of my lover, I used the cane.
Yes. Gina, the same question. Well, you used to be on General Hospital as Heather, right?
Right.
Well, it's so hard. Whenever I switch the soaps around, it's so difficult. When you were Heather, you were a vicious person. You were very cruel. Well, you were nice first, then you became really cruel. But it's so difficult when with soap opera stars, it's so hard when you see someone get killed on one show, and then a month later you're changing the channels, like, it's continuous, like every show changes. It's so hard to keep up with, everybody's changing in their status.
Yeah. Imagine what it's going to be like after we get little liaisons going here. We're going to have, people get crushes on people from another soap. You won't know who's... We may have one giant script for all the soaps. Yes.
I just want to know how long is there a friendship outside of the soap opera between Peter and Taylor, and how long have they been together on the show?
I started about 2 weeks before Taylor started 8 years ago, in 1979.
I left for 2 years, though.
Yeah, and we stayed friends through those 2 years,
We've
and she
become
and my
better
wife
friends,
get along very well. And
I think because without just the show there and having to see each other socially outside of the show and get to know each other as just people, I think we've become better friends.
Yeah, yeah.
Do any of you socialize on the outside the show?
Never.
No.
Robert and I have a share a ski house together with his wife and my husband and my 2 kids and his 2 cats. And
do you have any input into the script writing of it? Do they take your suggestions at all?
Well, sometimes actors initiate relationships with, say, someone comes on just for a day maybe, but they see a spark that occurs between these 2 people, or they see a relationship that maybe they weren't going to develop that they do because they see some chemistry occurring. So it's not so much what we go to the writers and say, I want this, or I want to work with that person. It's more what they see coming into the scenes that they pick up by their own tuition.
And daily changes. Daily change. We go in and we can change lines here and there with the directors and say, we'd like to say it this way, or take this one out, delete it, things like that.
There's ways to manipulate the storyline. You can manipulate a storyline.
Kim's very good at that.
I'd like to know how it makes you feel having people so addicted to your shows. Like when I was in college, many students schedule their entire curriculum around your shows, and I just could not believe that people did that. I thought it was a waste of time. No offense, but how do you feel about it?
We are offended. We're deeply offended.
In fact, we want you to leave.
Yeah.
It is very strange. Yeah.
As a matter of fact, that's pretty well documented. You have a tremendous college audience out there, and that's got to thrill the sponsors. These are, after all, the future buyers of the soap. Yeah, that's right.
I used to schedule my college schedule around The Young and Restless on CBS. I remember rushing home to watch Young and Restless.
Yes,
Peter, what was your wife's reaction to the love scene on the beach with Taylor?
The funniest thing is, my wife was recovering from childbirth in Lenox Hill Hospital, and all of the nurses thought they should protect her, and they were like coming in to talk to her, and she was saying, no, go away, and they're saying, no, we'll take care. Yeah, they thought they were looking out for her because they were watching on their little television set. But yeah, she was a little thrown, but she also knows what we do.
Too.
It was great.
Well,
how long ahead of time do you have the script?
It varies, I think, on each show. We usually have it about a week ahead.
10 days.
But if you're working 4 or 5 days a week...
You don't get to see it till the night before.
You look at the night before. You can't, like, start the week off and I've got 5 scripts here for the next 5 days and look at them all at once.
You can certainly read them, but you don't work on them.
Go home and just look at it the night before, one day at a time.
And they might ask you to make changes, like the lady out there asked if we changed it, but we don't change it until that day because we don't know how it's going to work until we actually start running the scenes with our partners.
Yeah.
You also seem to support this recent idea of people leaving. It happened on the prime. Was it Dallas or Dynasty? Who went? Ewing?
Oh, yeah.
Dallas. Dallas. We love this. People die and they come back and we say, holy cow. It's, yes.
I think it could actually happen.
That's right, the immortal fantasy, I guess.
Yes.
What is your background? Did you just start in soaps, or did you work on Broadway, or...
I think everybody has a different background here. I worked in theater for 6 years in New York. Struggled real hard. I got the part on the soap and all of a sudden changed my life. I was living in a rooming house at the time, and it really affected my life. And after that, film and nighttime TV, but everybody has a different
I started
background.
doing commercials when I was 6 years old.
I was a model. That's how I got it for my look.
I was building sets.
I think the lady that asked the first question of the show, how does my daughter get into something like this? I've never met anyone that got into this business to get a role in a soap opera.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's true.
Except that's changing. I hit in my mail. I get that a lot where people are saying,
How do we?
I want it. Yeah, I want. That's exactly.
Yeah.
It's
But I've never worked with anyone who got into the business to be on a soap opera yet.
Well, you know,
I'm sure
this is hard-won recognition because it is true. The soap has often been thought of as somehow second class to the other kinds. And it ain't. And we'll show you the bottom line to prove it. And not only that, it's a very challenging thing you do. I assume you don't last long if you blow your lines. There's all kinds of discipline that's
And that's I think why you see other people on different shows is because once you've done it, the work is so difficult. Once you've done it, once you have it down pat, you're a wanted commodity. If they know your experience, because it has to be done so fast. We're doing an hour show in 1 day. Nighttime does an hour show in 6, 7 days.
Yeah. To give you an idea of the discipline, Kim taped 6 scenes this morning before this show, and she and Robert are going back to tape 5 or 6 more.
Yeah.
From here.
Yeah. But wait a minute. Here's the scene where he actually comes back. This is interesting. And I assume then Taylor says, what? Here are the happy couple. He's not dead. Roll the tape.
They made me believe it. I didn't want to. I didn't.
I tried.
They told me that I had to. They told me, Cliff, that I had to.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
I had to.
It's all right.
I had to.
I know. But I'm alive. Because of you, and because of the people who rescued me. Oh, Nina, you have no idea. Day and night how I dreamed of you. I'd pretend you were in the room there with me. I made you so real I could touch you. I could reach out and touch you. And nothing they could do could harm me. Because I had you.
That is very nice work. That is great work. I mean, who wouldn't watch this stuff? Very compelling.
Nice work, Peter.
Holy cow. Now, what do you know? Okay, he's alive. She's still dead. Incidentally, she married another guy while he was dead.
Yeah.
I mean, what would you do? Sit around? She doesn't want to be a... Sure.
Hamlet's mother, Gertrude.
I was overcome with grief.
I believed you. That was a wonderful piece of work. Now, they're together a week and a half. Look what happens here. Roll the tape. Here we go. All my children.
As it was between you and
You
me.
do love him. Answer that question for me.
Yes, I do love him.
And you can sit there and wonder why I don't think we have a future.
I don't see why we have to figure this out right now. I mean, it's going to take some time.
I don't need time. I know what I want. I want a home. I want a wife. I want a son. And I can't have them. And you don't know what you want.
How can you blame me for this? My husband, who has been dead, walks back into my life, and I can't figure it out within 2 days. You can blame me for that?
Yeah, I can blame you for that. I would have waited till I knew what I felt before I fell for somebody else.
You don't know that. You can't say what you would have done. Cliff, I love you.
Tell that to Matt. Next time you two are in bed.
of humor, all right?
Yeah. Meanwhile, I can't figure out what's going on.
We love it, don't we? We want to know whether she's going to... We'll go back to him. Tell it to him.
But he's already getting involved with Pilar. I mean, you know, it's just, he doesn't know what he would have done.
A month?
A month. It's been less than a month now.
Well, it seems short.
Kim, as a new mother, did you take your baby to the studio? And if possible, is the baby Mara your own?
Well, baby Mara has been mine on one day when HB came over to the house. I don't know if you remember a baby that was hanging toys on HB Lewis's nose and pulling my earrings off my ear. That was my precious son.
In drag. At age 7 months.
Forgive me. Yes, I do bring him to the studio with me every day. I still do. He's 10 months old, and he's like the joy of the studio. People won't let me in the front door if I don't have Max with me. I mean, it's like, it's incredible.
I was wondering what a typical day is like. What time do you start and what time do you end?
I think all three shows are very different. Yeah. Ours, we come in usually about 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, and we'll put in a pretty full day, finish around 7 o'clock at night. These clowns, they have it easy.
I don't watch soap operas.
He doesn't watch soap operas. You are...
Neither do I.
Obviously, you're dismissed from our program.
Was it free coffee? But people, I've seen people watch soap operas have a strong following of certain characters. They hate this person, really like that. Right. When you're reading your scripts, do you find that you still, outside of the script, you have a disliking for certain characters?
Oh, yeah.
But isn't it fun to play a B.I.?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
What?
B.I.?
B.I.
Can you give us a third?
Is a bitch easier to play than a...
No, it's harder being nice, I think.
I think so. Oh, you
do?
do?
It's a lot more fun being a bad guy.
I totally agree. I think it's harder being nice.
And most of the nice girls want to play bitches.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
You also have to make nice interesting, you know? It's,
And most of the people who play nice people on camera are real bitches in real life.
Do any of you have any plans in the future to do anything besides soap operas? Do you want to get into movies?
Win an Oscar.
I think we've all done things around the soaps.
It's difficult. Our schedules, you need 6 weeks' notice before you can go off and do anything. And our schedules don't really allow us to do it with any great freedom. But I think everyone has a wish that they could do a play or a movie or something like that.
This is such a tough business, though. You can't really set too many. You can set goals for yourself, but the business kind of takes it where it wants you, takes you where it wants you to go.
We've
What
all
did he
left
say?
and take time off to do other
Yeah.
things. But while you're under contract, while you're with the show, you really can't fit anything else in.
Yeah, it's rough.
Gina has gone too far. In what? In terms of complaining or? Lying. You are the lyingest person, Gina.
I've changed.
Now, she's gone too far. She's gone.
Change. Don't believe it.
And who catches her on it? Uh-huh. I see. All right. Dr. Clark is apparently challenging Gina on her lying. She's just gotten away with it too much, and here is from Santa Barbara. Here's some really great work you should be watching. Roll the tape.
I don't have to talk to anybody, Gina. I came to these conclusions painfully on my own. Are you going to tell me that I'm wrong? Are you going to tell me that this blindness thing was the first time that you've ever deceived anybody?
I always told you there were things in my past I wasn't proud of. You said you didn't care.
I thought I could make a difference. I loved you. So I let myself believe that you could change.
I can. I will.
Gina, you might want to, all right? But any time that the pressure gets a little too hard, we both know what you'll do. You'll rationalize it, you'll call it something else, but you will always depend on those things that got you out of trouble.
And look at how well it got me out of trouble this time. Don't you think I finally learned my lesson?
No.
You really did love me, didn't you?
I still love you, Gina.
And I love you so much. Can't we?
Sometimes it's not enough.
He's not taking any more of this. I'm involved. They got me hooked now. Yes.
I was watching you two watch that. What are you thinking when you're watching?
That's a good question.
That is a good question. it's always interesting to see myself doing the work, especially after I know how much was put into it. But I can't really be objective about it. It's very difficult for me. And my girlfriend will tell you that I could sit there many times. She could say that it was wonderful. I could say, ugh, geez, I don't know.
I feel the only time you see your work is on shows like this, where you get to finally see a monitor and watch it.
I felt bad. I didn't really connect that much to playing the character. I was standing back from where I'm viewing it, and I felt bad. I felt like you should give her another chance.
So basically what's happened is that I fell in love with her when she was
At
blind.
the center often of the plot lines of Guiding Light, Santa Barbara, and All My Children High. We're so glad. You understand?
Sure.
Yes.
Well, tears are such an instrumental part of the program. I just wondered how some of them conjure them up on demand.
Talk to this one here. She's a pro.
She cries at card tricks, huh?
They pay her a lot of money for each tear that rolls down that face, boy, I'll tell
I
you.
wish she got paid by the tears.
This one would make a fortune.
Now, not everybody can do that. I assume that occasionally, we won't ask who, but some actors have to go to a mechanical...
That's true.
And what does the mechanical mean? It's a spray of the eye, or how does this work?
No, it's glycerin drops. Some
Or
people
ammonia.
use,
They have an ammonia they can blow.
Well,
chemicals.
I just pull on my nose.
I'll be
hairs
honest
and
with
it
you,
works.
they never did that. When I was on Guiding Light, they never did that. I never heard of such a thing. And then I went on, in L.A. and I heard all these places, all these different stuff to do with peppermint and stuff. I never heard of it.
For the most part, you draw on personal experience. The neat thing with Taylor, because we've worked together so long, is
you believe the story.
You believe the story.
We have a
You know,
history
you
to
can
draw
really
back on.
invest yourself in it because you have history with the person
Right.
you're working with.
Yes. What do you guys wear when you do the bed scenes underneath?
Look at who's asking.
Take it, guys. She wears a G-string sometimes.
Ski boots.
Right, ski boots.
We actually had a character, Dak Rambo, played a character on our show, Steve Jacoby, and they had a very hot, torrid love scene, many of them,
While I was still married to him.
But I watched from afar, of course. I'm watching him take care of the person who's supposed to be my wife. And I'm watching across the studio, and it was really a very hot scene because I'd watched the monitors, and then he climbed out of bed and still had cowboy boots on. So
He was pretty kinky.
Now, I assume there is, just to be a little more direct about this question, you'll pardon our voyeurism, I assume the women do wear a bodysuit. Is that so?
Sure, yeah.
It's like a bathing suit, a one-piece bathing suit, and you shoot...
We were
nude colored.
Yeah.
Oh, it's flesh
Just a
tone.
flesh tone body stocking, so in case the sheet dips a little or
Right.
something.
And after so many years, this gets to be not such a big thing. I assume that the more you do it, the easier it gets. Is that how we want to say that?
Unless you're doing it with...
There's always more technicians around.
That's what I wanted to ask you. In order to be as a performer trying to create an illusion, you really should know who's in the room, including every grip, huh?
Right.
Sometimes
But they
we do
appear out
close
of
the
the
set
woodwork.
down a little bit, yeah.
You mean you actually do have voyeurism on the set then, huh?
Oh, yeah. Whenever there's something going on that's a little bit sexier, everybody gathers around. You know, they don't stop work everywhere they come and watch.
that are usually snoring
You hear
in the
lots
back
of
of the-
newspapers.
rattling, yeah.
Yeah. We mentioned before, we're going to see Guiding Light now, that Kim has won 2 Emmys. Here they are at work. Here are Kim and Robert at work. You're happy as can be in this scene. You're in a bar and you're talking about all the good times of where we've been, and isn't this neat enough? I mean, who wouldn't want to be in
We
this
reminisce a
flawless
lot,
thing?
yes.
Watch this.
Oh, that's all we do is
Guiding Light.
Tried so hard to stay awake so we could get back before dawn.
Best laid plans.
And I actually thought we were going to get away with it. I mean, that we could stay out overnight. Nobody would notice.
Oh, gosh, the things we believe in then.
Yeah. Boy, it's so quiet up here, isn't it?
Sure wasn't that night. Not with you hammering away all night
Will you
long.
give me a break, please? You can't make nail inscriptions quietly, all right?
Well, you sure didn't. I mean, I've heard of carving initials in trees, but whole last names in nails?
Come here. Get down here. See this?
Yes.
It lasted.
20 years.
Right.
And it's still there.
So are we.
Right. Yeah. Now, what do you got now? Cantankerous? They don't like each other in the next scene? I'll show you in just a second.
I'd just like to know who dresses you. I mean, the clothes are spectacular, but you all have different styles. Like you're sophisticated and Erica's flashy, and it seems consistent.
Carol Lukin is one of the best people in the whole business. She's gotten tons of Emmys for our show, and she dresses according to the character. I have a lot of input into what I'll wear, but she's wonderful.
I'm lucky because I'm the costume designer, Richard Blore's favorite character, so I get everything. And it depends very much on what your character is, on what kind of clothes and what style. One costumer dresses everybody, but they read the scripts and they dress them appropriately.
We just saw Kim and Robert in the barn. Well, as you might expect, this does not go on forever. Here they are in a less happy mood from Guiding Light.
So many lies. I knew how much you wanted a baby. And I couldn't have any more.
I waited for you to tell me the truth. You know that? I waited.
How long have you known?
Long enough.
I should have told you. I know that now.
You know something? I thought we had a chance. I really did. This time. Not anymore. You blew it. No, I'm sorry. This is more than just a lie. I thought we had something different this time. Something strong.
We do!
That is a lie! Those are just words. You don't believe that? You don't even believe in me.
No, that is the biggest lie of all. You and Mara are my life.
Then why didn't you tell me the truth?
We never have music.
We never get the nice music playing under our feet.
That was actually
the
a
truth
loving
about
scene.
you had a baby and you told it was his, but it really wasn't his?
Yeah, but I didn't know.
I know that.
I didn't know that it wasn't his.
Words.
There's a limit, Kim. Two Emmys or not. Come on. I understand this guy's hysteria. Yes.
With the baby line with Nina, is she pregnant? And is it Matt or Cliff's baby?
Ooh.
She wants to know everything. Oh, you get to play that scene about
You're right.
I haven't been told about any of that kind of stuff yet. I did sleep with them both in the same night, though.
Yes, they did.
Oh, you knew that.
Yes, they did. That's right.
Proclaiming undying love to both of them.
Oh, I don't know about you, but I'm scandalized. Yes, sir.
Thank you. As a young comic actor trying to get into the field and in strong admiration of professional actors such as you, I'd like to ask you, what talent would you say that you have that set you apart and made you professional from the young actors in acting school?
We got lucky.
Yeah, we got the right place at the right time.
Luck. It's better to be lucky than to be good.
It's a lot of hard work and being in the right place at the right time.
And it's a look. I swear, it's always a look that they look for.
I happen to think you have a talent that goes with it, but I think it's a look, too. I'll tell you what, you can have the look. If you don't have the goods, they're not going to keep you.
I was just going to bring that up. You have to build a base.
There's an actor named Tony Geary who does not have the look, does not slightly have the look, and reigned in daytime television for a very long time.
Yeah. I think his difference worked for him. But it is true, he did not have the matinee idol.
But as far as what they're looking for, as far as the character, when I first came on the show, I looked so pure. Long blonde hair, I looked like Pollyanna or Cinderella or somebody like that. And they wanted somebody innocent, so they got me.
I'm fascinated about the cut of your hair. Well, here, it's very nice. Now, don't get crazy. I haven't said anything yet.
Than mine. He's going to bring up the Emmy. He's going to...
No, I won't. Is this a big professional thing? Does somebody tell you what to do?
No, I was pregnant. It was a pregnancy crisis. I was 7 months pregnant. I was in those doldrums that you get about the 7th month, and I looked at myself in the mirror. I was fat, and I said, I'm changing my look. I went up to the office and I said, I'm cutting my hair. I don't care. And they didn't argue, and I cut it and showed up the next day and had one little line about cutting my hair, and that was it.
There it is. Look at that.
Oh, my goodness.
Aren't you gorgeous? I guess the temptation would be to say, go long and sultry and that sort of...
And I did for years and years and
now?
years. Well, now I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that I am a mother and I'm portraying a different image, which is making Robert look older. I do apologize for that. But...
yes. No.
You can if you want to, but usually, like, a soap opera day will maybe last 10 days. And after you've worn something 10 days in a row, you never want to see it again.
Yeah.
You know?
But those days where you get 5 changes in one day.
Yeah.
You can't get them. When I left the show, well, I shouldn't say this on television, but I took some clothes with me. Just a couple of small items. These guards are fast, too, boy. You got to move.
Wait a minute. You watch these programs?
Once in a while. How about Jean over there? I love her very much. She looks even better in person.
Oh, thank you.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Now, I want to ask one thing. Can you please tell me, can you have a nice show without so much sex?
That's what I want to know. It's my question. I think more people would watch if we didn't have all this sex.
Oh, we have about 80 million people a week watch the shows, you know, so we must be doing something right, I guess.
But everybody complains the same thing, even though they watch.
Well, sex is sex.
I think they've toned it down a lot. I think they're leaving a lot more up to the imagination these days on daytime.
No.
Well, not every
Well, not on our show.
No, that's the younger storyline.
I haven't been to bed with anybody in months.
Something a little better for you?
On the show.
I haven't been in bed with anybody either in months and months and months and months.
We went to bed like, one weekend, a couple of times, and that was it.
About 2.5 months
It's been
ago.
months.
I was in bed with my wife, and somebody else's wife at the same time.
I don't want this program to end without... Are you suggesting that there is a significant change in the direction of soap scripts? Are we more bold?
Well, now, obviously, no, they said not on our show, but I think on our show...
I would like to think they're more about relationships than about the bedroom.
I think our head writer is very good about dealing with the reality of the relationships before... although I should
Of course, she also loves a great sex scene, too.
Yeah.
But the balance, I think, is changing. I think it's more about what's in the heart
I think
and
there's
the
more courting going on.
Yes. Yes, sir.
This question's for Taylor. Would you ever pose nude if you were offered at the right price these days?
How much are you offering?
Specifically for me, I don't know. No.
Oh, now, just ease up a little. Let's think about this a little bit. I can't believe that no attempt has been made by one of the Skin magazines to do a soap feature.
I play such a sweet character.
Now, I find this interesting. What would...
Sleeping with 2 men in the same night?
I'm very
Really? Wait a minute.
sweet.
I'm married to both of them. I have very high morals.
Oh, well, that makes it okay.
You're not familiar with any soap star who took off her clothes for a... No.
Sure, lots of them have.
Well,
They did a whole Playboy.
Sure, they did a whole
All
spread.
right, well, then proves I don't have such original ideas. Just when I think... Yes.
You're very involved in your jobs, and you're very involved in your private life. Do you consciously have to be aware not to bring one to the other?
Absolutely.
Yes,
Yes,
definitely.
absolutely. Always.
And it takes a while to learn that, too, because when you're there for 12 hours a day, you walk out and you have to learn how to let it go. No, it's going to only air once, thank goodness, you know? And if it didn't turn out the way you wanted, that's fine.
I've only called my wife Reva once or twice.
I'd like to know why people really don't talk about the importance of soap operas for the shut-ins and how people depend on that. You know, my mother had multiple sclerosis for 23 years, and I have an elderly aunt, and they really, you know, more than friends and family, they can count on the shows that give them support.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Glad you brought that up. That's true.
And the fans are great. Thank you all for watching us.
Let me get this in before. Soaps have been known very courageously on more than one occasion to reflect some very important...
Three couples, 3 different shows, belong together and they're apart. Why?
Belong together?
Yeah, well, they're all
It'd be so boring
in
if
love
we were
and
happy.
they want to be together and they're not. There's always something
But
keeping
it's
everybody
the tension that's part of the drama, isn't it? I mean, haven't we all known it?
What do you want to see Josh and Reva sitting at home and watching videos?
It can be exciting and you can be together at the same time. Why not?
There's a limit to the frustration we can take.
That's true.
That's right. And ideally, all shows should balance. Have a couple of couples that are happy and a couple that are...
Gina, will you and Keith ever be together?
I don't know. Keith is the other person that I fight with. I can seem to get it together with anybody, can't I?
Yes, ma'am.
My mother talks about Reva and Josh like they were members of the family, and she was supposed to come today, so I'm sorry, Mom.
Yes, ma'am. You understand?
I just wanted to
Services
know how
provided
many
and
years
promotional fees paid by the following.
Nico, I understand. Even if nobody